We are looking at Ted Hughes's Hawk Roosting, a central text in the West Bengal Board Class 12 English syllabus. Ted Hughes was known for a style that stripped away the romantic veneer of the natural world, focusing instead on its raw, unyielding, and often violent survival instincts. The term roosting typically suggests a peaceful sleep or a quiet rest. Yet from the very first line, we see that this rest is anything but passive. It is a moment of total, focused arrogance. The hawk sits at the very top of the wood with its eyes closed. It is physically motionless, but mentally it never stops rehearsing the perfect kill. This poem provides an invitation to step directly into the mind of an apex predator, to see the world through the lens of supreme, unapologetic power. Even in sleep, the hawk avoids falsifying dreams. It has no room for illusions or sentimentality, only the constant, vivid visualization of its next meal. It is acutely aware of its own physical design. The hooked head and hooked feet are described not as biological traits, but as perfected tools evolved for a single purpose. This sense of perfection informs the hawk's view of the landscape. It sees the height of the trees, the buoyancy of the air, and the warmth of the sun as personal conveniences, designed specifically to serve its needs. The hawk's ego is so absolute that it believes the entirety of creation spent its collective energy and time solely to produce its perfect foot and each individual feather. When the hawk says, "Now I hold creation in my foot," it suggests that the creature has grown larger than the forces that made it. It views the natural order as something it now owns and controls. This physical and evolutionary perfection is the foundation of the hawk's psychology. It doesn't just inhabit the environment, it believes it is the center of the universe. This sense of ownership grants the hawk total freedom. It can fly up, revolve the entire world beneath it, and kill exactly where it pleases. The hawk claims there is no sophistry in its body. In human terms, sophistry is the use of clever, deceptive arguments to justify an action. The hawk, however, has no need for lies or excuses. It describes its manners as tearing off heads. It doesn't hide its violence behind etiquette. Its only code of conduct is the literal allotment of death. Its flight path is a direct line through the bones of the living. There is no hesitation, no detour, and no emotional conflict. Only the shortest route to the kill. While humans rely on laws, debates, and rights to assert their place in the world, the hawk bypasses all of it. In its world, no argument can stand against pure physical dominance. For this predator, the possession of overwhelming power completely removes the need for any moral or ethical justification. The final stanza opens with the hawk noting that, "The sun is behind me." This places the bird in a position of divine authority, casting a long shadow over everything below. The hawk observes that nothing has changed since it began, largely because its all-seeing eye has permitted no change to occur. It concludes with a chilling vow, "I am going to keep things like this." It is the promise of a static, eternal reign. Notice the language the hawk uses: manners, sophistry, and the power to permit or deny change. These are the words of a political ruler. By using this human vocabulary, Hughes reveals the hawk as a portrait of the human dictator. The bird's refusal to allow change and its belief in its own divine right to kill reflect the behaviors of autocrats who view the world and its people as personal property to be consumed. Hawk roosting strips away the beauty of the natural world to expose the cold, terrifying logic of absolute power that answers only to itself. For more in-depth analysis of your West Bengal Board Semester 4 English texts, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to AKHARA Study.